Hi everyone, this is Professor Hall and Blackboard is officially open for our course. So, welcome to ENG 124, Writing About Literature. We don't start for a little over a week, but I wanted to record this video for you to show you what our Blackboard page looks like. Blackboard, for those of you who haven't been at our school for a while or haven't been here before, Blackboard is our LMS. That stands for Learning Management System. And essentially, all of the course materials for all of your online classes and most of your in-person classes are found in Blackboard. So we'll walk through it again first day of class briefly, but if you forget where things are and you want to watch this video again just for your reference, you can. And I like for people to be able to go in the week before classes start to click around and see what's up and where things are and all of that. The whole class is open for you from beginning to end, so you really can plan your time and hopefully get excited about what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to pull that up and I will walk you through it. So this is what Blackboard looks like. Your list of courses will be here on the right hand side. And we're going to go into our class 124, Literature and Writing. So on the home page, have a beautiful banner welcoming you to the class. And I'm going to enter student mode so that it'll look the way it looks for you guys. Any announcements that I put week to week will be right there in the announcements. Things to do, your tasks, anything that needs an attention, any alert that's come up. And then I have for you some helpful links. So if you need tutoring for this class or your other classes, the links to the Learning Center and labs are all here. Math lab, the writing lab. If you don't want to come on campus an extra day, you can do online tutoring through Upswing. So there's that option as well. And then the list of academic computer lab hours. So if you don't have a computer or you're having problems with your computer or your Wi-Fi at home, you can always come to the 5th floor of Elston. Elston is the building with the main entrance and the cafeteria and all of that. You go past the cafeteria and that elevator will take you up to the 5th floor. So that's on the home page. And before I go any further, this menu that we're going to be clicking through sometimes gets collapsed. So if you ever are unable to see it, you scan it to the top of your page and look for this little gray arrow and then show course menu. I've noticed also it's very hard to see this on your phone and you cannot really access the content for the class on your phone if you use a browser or even in the Blackboard app. So there are a few things you can do in the app, like see what's due and see what your grades are, but it doesn't have full access to everything. So you really do need to use a computer to do that. So the next page here under homepage is syllabus and calendar. If you haven't taken a college class or haven't taken one in a long time, the syllabus is basically what it says here, the course description and the rules for the course. So my contact information is there. My office hours will be listed there as well, though I did send those out to you guys last week. The course description and goals, which we'll talk about for the first day, what we're going to learn, what we hope to learn by the end of the class. The course materials. So this is an OER course. That stands for Open Educational Resources. That means that you do not have a textbook or a book to buy. Instead, each week in the Lessons and Assignments tab that I'll be showing you in a moment, you'll have readings that you can download and read on your computer or on your phone. And I'll also be giving you printout copies in class as well. So you have them in a couple of forms. If you lose them, they'll always be there. And because they're OER, they're open educational resources, you can find them online as well. So if you have a poem and you lost the page I gave you that had the poem on it, you can go online and look up that poem and find it there, which is kind of nice. This is how you're graded. We also have types of assignments, homework and discussion policies, plagiarism policy, attendance policy. It tells you how many classes you can miss for this in-person class. We have disability statement. So if you need accommodations, their information is there and who you can talk to and where they are located, so you can get help right away. Campus support services are also here with their hours and their phone numbers and their locations as well. So if you want to talk to tutoring, go to the Writing Center, talk to academic advising, go to the Success Center, you can do that. Find out all of that information. We also, for this term, have a policy about face masks. That's only when a campus-wide face mask requirement is in effect. So right now it is. Later on, it might not be. We'll see. But that's basically everything that's in the syllabus. And again, you can click through here or you can go page by page with those little arrows. The monthly calendar view is a tool that you can use to help get organized throughout the semester. So I'm going to click over to September. As you can see, we're meeting Tuesday, Thursday, but your assignments are due midnight the day before we meet. Why is that? Well, two things. Number one, we meet in the morning, and so it's easier if you can get things in the night before, and also if you have any computer issues, technical issues at 11:59. Hopefully you're not turning things in right at 11:59, but if you are and you have some tech issues, you can try again in the morning right before class. But just know that things are due the day before, and every time you have something due, we will be talking about those items the next day. So for example, we have this where you're reading Cathedral and then you're doing a journal entry on Cathedral in class the next day. We're going to discuss, guess what? Cathedral. It's a short story and it's kind of, hopefully you'll find it interesting. So typically what'll happen day to day is that I will do a mini lecture on a topic or a reading. You will go home and read that reading. You will do homework for it. Then when we come in, we'll have our discussion about that reading. And then we'll have another mini lecture for the following class. So that's how that's going to work. All right, I'll bring my calendar back up. So you can see the monthly calendar view from beginning to end. The whole class is loaded up for you. You can see the days that you don't have any homework. Yay! And the times that you do, and plan your time accordingly. The lessons and assignment tabs is basically where you can find everything. So in each week, I'll click on week 2, you have that same calendar information that is also in the syllabus and calendar, which I forgot to show you. Below the syllabus, the whole calendar is there for the whole term. So it tells you what we're doing for homework, the days that you have homework, what we're doing in class, what we're going to talk about, what homework you have due, and then what we talk about the next day in class, and then what homework you have coming up and where you can find it. And the same information is here at the top of the list, the top of the pile, in each of those weekly folders. So all you need to do is scan down. You can see my lecture notes. You have homework readings. Sometimes there's in-class readings that we'll be looking at, short things that we'll look at and talk about right in class. But the readings for this whole week are here, and then so are your assignments. They're right underneath that. And that was week 2. Let's take a look at week 9. Same setup. Everything is here listed. What's due that week and what's coming up the next week. The lecture notes, the homework reading, and the assignment, all right there. So it's basically how lessons and assignments are set up. You really do want to access everything from here. In the monthly calendar view, I'll open that in a new tab for you. You can get to the assignments right from here. So if you already read Cathedral, you're ready to go, you can just click on the assignment and do the assignment, which we'll talk about in just a second. But for the most part, everything is in these folders, and all the readings are there. So if you missed a class, if you lost the photocopy that I gave you, you can access the reading in here. And then again, both assignments for this week can be found in that folder. Now, when you go to submit an assignment, there are two ways to do this. The first is to write the submission, which I do not recommend because sometimes Blackboard times out on you and then you lose your submission. You can, if you're using Google Docs or Word, you can copy and paste into this box, but really the easier thing to do is to do attach file. So you browse local files. This is a poem we'll be reading in class. I'm going to pretend it's the assignment I'm submitting. You click on the thing that you want to submit. You click open. And then down here you would click submit. That's it. This only takes documents, PowerPoints, PDFs. It does not take Google Docs. So I will put a video on here for you if you don't know how to switch a Google Doc to a Word doc. But if that's the program that you're using, just know that it will not take it, and I'll have to email you and tell you to resubmit. The nice thing is that all of these are set up so that you can submit unlimited times. So if you make a mistake, if you give me the wrong document, you can just go back in. That happens. Go back in and resubmit and give me the correct document. Down here, sometimes people copy and paste their work here. I cannot really read it correctly if you do that. This is the comments box, and it's really only meant for you to ask a question about the assignment that you just turned in. So if you have something specific, you're not sure if you got your thesis statement right, or you weren't sure what the symbols were in the story, you can ask a question there before you submit. It's not going to let me submit because I'm the instructor, so I'm going to cancel out. But that's basically it. That's how you submit an assignment. So all of the folders are set up the same way. You can find the same information in the calendar here, the full calendar, or you can look at the calendar information on that monthly calendar view and see what's coming up. So you really should know what is coming up all the time because the calendar information is given to you in 3 different ways. Under the Lessons and Assignments tab is a link to discussion forums. I don't think we're going to have any because we're going to be in class and talking in class, but I'm leaving that open just in case we aren't meeting in class. If something happens and we have to be at home again for a week or 2, we'll be able to do the discussion in the discussion forums. The Grades tab shows you your grades. You can see everything and all the due dates again here. So again, should never be a question about what's coming up because they're all listed. The grades pop up here, and then also, if I put comments on it, which I might not always, but if I do, there will be a little bubble next to the number, and you can click that bubble to read my comments. So sometimes those will be suggestions for something you need to do for next time, or sometimes it might be just, hey, you did a great job this week. Here's what you did well. You can email me straight from here if you need to reach me. Starfish is a retention tool. Retention just means helping you get through college and helping you be successful. That's something that you can go into if you need to raise your hand, you need help with tutoring. We have, if you need to talk to an advisor, and then you can say, hey, I need to talk to somebody, and they'll get in touch with you. But that's basically our class. Homepage has all the links and all the announcements. The links to tutoring and all of the announcements for each week, syllabus and calendar, the description for the class, and then what we're doing week to week. Monthly calendar view shows you the whole thing month by month and when you have things due. Everything is in here in the Lessons and Assignments tab, and if we need to have discussion forums because we're not meeting in person, which hopefully won't happen, we'll be able to do that as well. You can always see your grades. As soon as I get things graded, you'll always know what your grade is in this course, and you can email me right from here. So, that's basically it, everybody. I look forward to meeting you in person. Yay! Exciting. A little bit more than a week away. And for this week, enjoy the end of your summer. If you can go into Blackboard and click around, that would be great. And otherwise, I'll see you when school starts. Thanks.